Adam here with Experticity. I'm here at the Gregory Design Studio here in Salt Lake City, Utah, here with my good friend John from Gregory. We are taking your questions here today about Gregory Packs, and make sure to watch at the end for a chance to win a Gregory Pack yourself. But we are here in one of the coolest design centers I've been in a while.
Yeah, awesome.
John, tell us about yourself and what you do for Gregory.
Yeah, thanks, man. So, hi guys, how you doing? I'm John. I've been with Gregory for about 14 years. And here in Salt Lake City, we have a new design center and office that we're standing in. We'll show you around a bit in a few minutes. We'll show you the backyard. We'll show you where we play. But what I do here is I manage the product creation side of the business. And I also manage the Salt Lake City office and our crew here. So we have a small team here, but it's been a loyal, long-term team. We're talking about over 150 years of pack building experience when you add the team up. So it's a fun space. We're standing right now in our prototype lab, so unlike a lot of the development that happens in the world now, we like to do the stuff ourselves. We like to handcraft it, build it, test it ourselves. So we're standing on top of the cutting table right here.
Yes.
And we got our rivet machines. We got about 10 machines, some laser cutters, plotters. You can see threads. So we like to test and build stuff ourselves rather than throwing on a napkin sketch and send it overseas to be built. So really it's about proof of concept. It's about having your hands in the product, touching and feeling it, showing it yourself. And we can maybe do a little pan around to show you some of the machines.
Yeah.
And so you got some sewing machines over here. And a lot of these machines have been with us for a really long time. And then on the other side we're gonna have a laser cutter, and this is Irma. Irma, say hi.
Hi.
So Irma Diaz is she's our office mother and has been for 23 years. So Irma makes the best Mexican food you can possibly imagine. It's amazing. So we do a lot of potlucks. That's one of our things here. We do a lot of food, cook a lot, barbecue a lot. But Irma's kind of the anchor of all that with her Mexican food. Plus she's been the prototype lab sewer here for Gregory for 23 years. So
Wow.
Irma's amazing.
That's awesome.
A legend in the industry. So
tell us what happens here. So you take a concept and it comes into this room and it's built.
Yes. Yeah, that's right.
That
Exactly.
is awesome.
So we'll literally go from someone might be out in the trail in the morning, right before work, and they say, "I got this great idea for a new pack pocket, a new hip belt pocket. How's that going to work? How are we going to keep it more waterproof?" Literally, from sketch to our pattern maker, who you'll maybe meet later, Tabitha, who's been with us for 20 years. We can take sketch to pattern to prototype in one afternoon. So literally the next morning you could be testing a product on the trail that we've proofed out. So it's actually the speed at which it can happen is super fun for us.
That's amazing. So with 14 years, how have you seen the brand evolve over the last 14 years?
Yeah, no, I mean it's been quite a bit of change for Gregory. It's the one thing that stayed consistent for us, and the focus has always been on building incredible bags that help get people out on the trail easier, more fun, really just about enabling a good time outside, and we try not to take ourselves too seriously. We like to have fun while we're doing it, right? While we make plenty of alpine bags to go to the top of the mountain, for us it's about having fun while you're doing the activity, getting out, having a great time. And that consistent factor, that durability, the quality, the attention to detail, for us, it's been a laser focus. It's all about gear carrying equipment, building great bags, custom fit bags, and a lot of you are familiar with the brand, I know. So
Awesome.
You can see what we, that's what we put into it. But the brand's evolved. It's gotten a lot more, modern. Products have changed. The demands are greater. They're way more sophisticated, way lighter, and it's
Very cool.
yeah.
Well, we have a couple questions rolling in from our experts on Facebook. A couple of people are actually really excited about Taco Tuesday.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So is it like Taco Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? I mean, is
that tends to be the
yeah,
case.
okay, that's how it
But
works.
it's tacos, it's enchiladas.
There you go. Oh my
name it.
gosh! Wow. I'm already planning my return.
Exactly.
to
My
the-
favorite's the cochinita pibil. It's excellent. Excellent. It's amazing.
It's legit. And we're going to have that training on what kind of tacos. It's going to be on our site. So make sure to check out Gregory on experticity.com. And we'll see if we can get some taco content on there.
Some taco content.
One question we have, and maybe we'll touch on this later, from Cameron Larson on Facebook, one of our experts. When are hip belt pockets going to be able to accommodate iPhones?
Yep. Yeah, no, it's a great question. So The hip belt pockets are changing almost as fast as the iPhones themselves. So the cycle with iPhones, and Samsung phones is faster. But right now, the Baltoro pockets do fit the iPhone 6. They don't fit the tablet-sized phone, but they do. Almost every one of our bags now fits the 6. So once you start to get into that larger size, or you have a really big, like, life-proof case on there, a waterproof case, sometimes that can tweak it out a little bit. But more than not, they should fit. And if it's an older model, then yes, you could have some problems. But the new ones, good to go.
All right, there you have it. If you have any other questions for Gregory, we're going to be here the next 20 minutes. Make sure to ask your questions, and also stay tuned at the end for how to win a Baltoro or a Diva women's pack. So here's another question we had from Ross Onasorg. Onasorg, I hope I'm saying that right, Ross. I've never used a Gregory Pack before and would be more interested in the lifestyle line. What are some of the key features that make Gregory Packs a smart pick?
On the lifestyle line.
On the lifestyle line.
Yeah, no, great question. So when we build lifestyle products, right, we build them from a perspective of mountain inspiration, right? So when you buy a typical lifestyle product out in the market, you're not going to get nearly the quality or the adaptability or the versatility you're going to get in a Gregory lifestyle bag. So what does that mean? That means that you're going to have a double line bottom, for example, right? You're going to have really premium YKK zippers. So you can set this thing down in a puddle when you're camping, but you can also take it on a commute. You're not going to have to worry about your contents getting wet. You're going to have shoulder straps that are going to fit a lot more comfortably, and they're not going to rip out like some of the other lifestyle bags you might find in the market. You're going to pay a little bit more money, but it's going to be worth every dime you spend, because the pack's going to stay with you, grow with you over time. And just like one of our backpacking products, it's built to last, so it's going to get this beautiful patina over time as you use it, right? It's going to break in with you. It's going to kind of become a trusted partner, per se, just like one of your bigger bags would.
Very cool. Well, speaking of testing ground, in the backyard here in the Gregory office here in Salt Lake, they have one of the best playgrounds that we've ever seen. So we're actually going to have John take us over. We got to check this out. This is a wonderful view and where they test their product. So John, take us back to where does all this gear get tested, or is this just all just talk?
The nice thing about Salt Lake City and our location here is it's all about convenience. So this is our backyard right here. So if you're looking at Mount Olympus, this is the testing ground. So you're talking about trail runs, mountain bike rides at lunch. You're talking about getting out in the morning before work for a dawn patrol during the winter. And you're talking about, if your downhill is your thing, you take a shuttle up there and you can do a 25-mile single track before work. But plenty of hiking, plenty of testing. You want to put something on the trail, you want to put an extra 40 pounds in it, so you're carrying 80 pounds to over-test this. You don't have to commit to a 5-day trip. You just zip out at lunch, test it out. And then the nice thing too is you got the Uintas right past the Wasatch, so that's where we can access all of our backpacking trips. We're going out for 4 or 5 days at a time, test the gear, and then in the winter, we want to go backpack, you hit southern Utah. Go hit Moab, Zion,
that's awesome.
That whole area down there. So it's a really sweet area for product testing.
Oh, and we have a little expert pup here.
Buddy. This is Porter.
What's up, bud? Hey, buddy. A little camera shy.
Oh, nice. Hey, pal. What's up, buddy? He's a little tired. He was on a long backpacking trip for a few days.
Testing gear.
Exactly.
Yes.
He's got some sore shoulders. His age is starting to show.
Awesome.
But yeah, no, we got a nice dog policy here, which is bring your dog.
I think everyone's going to start asking if you guys are hiring in the comments and be like, okay, awesome place to test gear and all sorts of good stuff. So we're still taking your questions. We're here to walk product through. Yeah, so go ahead and introduce yourself here at the Gregory office.
Yeah, so Matt, I'm on the product development team here, so I help start to finish kind of through the whole process of ideation to working here with Irma and Tabitha in the sample lab, building out samples, kind of facilitate some testing, and then in the end we kind of work together with our factory partners and build, the stuff you guys see at the stores. So that's kind of start to finish on the life cycle of what we do. So
awesome. Well, as we move to product, we've got tons of questions rolling in, so we're going to try to keep up with your questions the best we can, but we are talking to the right person. So let me
Yeah.
let me grab a couple questions here. Eric Plath, good friend of ours from backcountry.com, works up in the Park City office. Eric asked, what are some new things that are coming from Gregory Packs? So maybe we could spend some time on what we have now and maybe what to look forward to.
Yeah, so you know, like John said before, our main focus is kind of on the hiking and backpacking market, and so what we've really focused on, you know, in the last couple of years is really evolving the product. You know, like this is version 3, I believe, of the Baltoro and Diva.
Oh wow!
So that everything kind of started when we started to do the revisions to this pack that you're seeing here. So we've done some new revisions to our lightweight ventilated line, the Zulu and the Jade. We have some really exciting stuff that we showed at OR. And so we're just filling out some more backpacking product and really also doing some stuff for day hiking and getting people out there who are just doing those quick day trips for a couple hours, especially kind of the hiking we do here. You know, you just go up to Mill Creek Canyon, go on a lunch break, and we're able to put those things to the test just like everybody else would using them on a Saturday afternoon or something. So
can Eric expect maybe like an iPad holder on the hip belt?
Yeah.
Is that what he?
Yeah, we're gonna. Work
Eric,
on
please
something
confirm if you want an iPad. Now is the time to request it. Okay, so anyway, let us know.
Yeah.
We have a couple more questions.
Sure.
Jeremiah Fry, a good friend of ours as well, one of our experts. Do you or are you going to offer a hunting pack? Is hunting on the horizon?
You know, we've talked about it, but right now we're kind of filling out the backpacking stuff. For these though, we get so much feedback from hunters that have been using specifically the Baltoro and Diva for years that, you know, it's got everything except for a rifle holster on there. You know, it's got everything for slinging that on there. So the organization is something that hunters have found to be really beneficial when they're out there on those long kind of when you're heading out way further, and they're really big. You could pack out a lot.
Yeah.
And we also make a pack called the Denali, which is our expedition kind of mountaineering pack, and that thing is just a tank. It's built to carry 80 pounds of climbing gear and, you know, just metal stuff. So
yes,
it works,
metal stuff.
Yeah, it works well in that regard for carrying big loads as well.
So make sure to comment below if you've used the Denali pack or any other Gregory pack in the past. Let us know your experience. We'd love to hear your stories. You're talking to the people who design these and bring them to life. And always keep bringing your questions. And I will continue to work on Taco Tuesday developments. Okay, so just sit tight on that.
We all look forward to that.
Yeah, that's right. Brian Green, question here. Are your new hydration bladders still on target for Spring 17 release?
Spring 17, yeah, I believe they are.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's part of that day hiking product that we showed at the Outdoor Retailer show. And,
nice.
You know, they're integrated directly in with the new day hiking packs that are both ventilated and some exciting bike packs as well.
Very cool, very cool. And man, the questions are just rolling in quickly. I'm getting to these as fast as I can. Patrick, Kane, will you guys stick to backpacking, or would you ever make packs specialized for maybe rivers? So it sounds like the question is coming from like canyoneering or rafting. Is that something on the horizon as well?
Yeah, we've dabbled with some prototypes of fun stuff like that. It's just a matter of finding our niche in it and trying to make sure that we're building the right product that Gregory would be really good at.
Okay.
And so what we've found is that you know, specifically our Alpine clap, our Alpine products like the Alpinisto and some of the smaller bags, we built them out of those high tenacity fabrics and stuff, so they work pretty well for the canyoneering side of things, but they're not waterproof, you know, in terms of jump in the water and, you know, keep things completely dry. So
very cool. And then experts, make sure to share this video with anyone else who'd be interested in Gregory. This is a great inside look right here into where all the magic is made. And so, yeah, make sure to share this video. We'll be live for the next 15 minutes. And keep asking those questions, and we'll keep getting to them. Here's an interesting question from Dan Chedrick. Will body temperature heat up the water in a hydration bladder?
I think there's potential to, but I think for our new day hiking packs, they're actually a ventilated suspension, meaning that the mesh is separated from the back panel.
Yeah.
So there's a big space of air in there. And so actually we just took some packs down to Zion and did a bunch of day hiking there as a group, and we filled them up with a little bit of ice and it kept the water cold for a really long time, even when it was 90 something degrees down there in Zion Canyon. So I'm sure there's potential to it, but for our new packs we haven't found that to be the case. So as long as you throw a little ice in there, it should keep them
All right,
Cool.
I gotta try this thing on because you were talking about there's space in between. I gotta see what you're talking about here. Yeah, that feels good.
Oh, so specifically on this one, we have an on the back suspension here, so that thing is built to be a direct transfer down to your lumbar.
Okay.
And so what we were talking about before is more the day hiking packs, like our Zulu and Jades or our new packs, and they have a mesh separate, so there's a big airspace in between. But for these packs, we focus on that on the back with direct transfer down to your lumbar, because it's kind of the philosophy that we've carried out through all the packs over the years, and that's that your body kind of centers right around here as you're walking. So as you notice, you move here, your hip belts can shift a little bit, but this always remains the same. So that's kind of the focal point. And specifically with the Baltoro and Diva, we have a Response A3 suspension.
Okay.
And so you get auto canting and auto fit harnesses and hip belts. So if you kind of feel yourself move back and forth, there's actually kind of hinges that work on your harness that auto locate. So it fits any size, any shape or size of shoulder, depending on your width this way or how your shoulders are canted this way.
Right.
And then along with that, you can adjust it to 1 inch. So within each size, you get 1 inch adjustability for the torso, or 2 inches rather. And then on the hip belts, it's the same thing. You can it has auto canting fit for the hip belt. And so as you move, it rotates.
This feels amazing.
Yeah.
Like I can feel what he's talking about. So one thing I've noticed here is there's that pressure on the lumbar, and some packs there's space, but I feel that support. It feels really good.
A lot of other packs put it right on the hips, and so what that does is as you're hiking with bigger loads, and you can really feel it better when this has a big load in it right now.
Yeah, there's like maybe 2 pounds of like stuffed paper in this thing.
So when you put the load right to here, is you feel that everything centers off of that, and so it's more of kind of a balanced kind of stability and energy kind of deal. And what we found is that if the weight's out to the hips a little bit, the bag can kind of boss you around a little bit, and it starts to kind of wear you down over time, and you get a little bit of fatigue sooner, rather than this bag. If you get it dialed in, you have the right fit, which we have the multiple sizes to allow you to do that. And on these ones, you also get the customizable components. So each one of these belts, you can pop it off and put on, say, a medium torso. You can put a small hip belt or a large harness, or an extra small belt and a large harness, so you can customize it exactly how you want it to fit.
So I think experts will be interested to know that these are highly customizable. So if if you have these in your retail store and you're helping a customer, highly custom fit, which is a huge benefit. We do have some questions. Oh my word! What's the Baltoro's optimal load carry? So this is the Baltoro 75. So how much weight should I?
Yeah, so for the way that the Baltoros and Diva line are built is there's 3 tiers of suspension as you go up the liter sizes.
Yeah.
Just based on how big they are, you can obviously fit more weight in them. So I believe we start at 50, 55, and 60.
Okay.
So you can kind of think of it, the Baltoro 65 is the 50-pound weight, and the Baltoro 75 is 55, and then it goes up to, on the larger pack, to 80. And what the difference is that the frame sheet on the inside of the bag, so this portion in here, where there's kind of the direct connection of the harness and then the frame, the wishbone frame that goes directly down to the lumbar, we kind of increase the size of that frame sheet, as well as on the 80 we add an additional cross stay down here that really kind of locks down the suspension and makes it that much more stiff, which allows these auto canting components to really do their job really well the more weight you add in there.
Okay.
And so I mentioned the cross stay in here, and that's something we put in all these big backpacking products, and that's so you can't, we call it barreling out. It's an anti-barreling stay, and that's so that this stay shape that we've engineered to fit with your back doesn't round out here in the back, and you don't get kind of something pushing at the center of your spine. It kind of keeps the shape that we built in here per size.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So we have a couple questions. One, Susan Holt and Mike Gale are asking about, a lot of backcountry photographers.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us about, possibly compartments or plans for, that extra piece of, camera gear that they want to carry around.
Yeah, so in testing on these Baltoro and Divas, we have this double barrel top pocket, and we found that a lot of, you can see it here, a lot of the people we went out testing with these, they're either photographers around here in Salt Lake, or they're just friends that's a huge part of what they're doing outside. And so with this dual pocket up here, we found that you can put a full DSLR body on one side
Oh.
with a shorter lens, and then on the other side you can kind of compartmentalize it and put a whole nother lens kit on the side, and it kind of allows you to potentially keep, you know, batteries and stuff on one side and everything up here, and that way it's easy access when you're on the trail. You can just pop it off. You don't have to worry about it being, you know, on the ground or anything. It's on this easy access portion right here.
So one thing, I don't know if you can see here, but you basically have two openings here, but there's a divider in the middle here for this top pocket. So yeah, I think it'd be a huge benefit for photographers to kind of isolate, you know, a lens and a body.
Yeah, and then on the two larger sizes, the 75 and the 85, and then the 70 to 80 for the Diva, we have these side zippered pockets.
Yep.
And they're great for, you know, any sort of compartmentalization you need to do as well. And then on the one side, you have this mesh pocket, which you can throw a tripod leg in there and then strap it off with this top compression.
Gotcha.
So there's so much configuration that you can do on these Baltoro and Diva packs. And they all come with this multi-strap system.
Yeah.
So this bottom compression, they all come off here, and you can remove the girth hitch, and then you can reconfigure these straps with any other buckle on this bag.
Oh,
so
gotcha.
you can take these straps, if you needed to strap something really big, put them onto these reinforced loops, and then they'll snap across any other
Interesting.
buckle. So all of our bags also have this crossover compression. So these two buckles here make them nice and big, and then
Oh, wow.
attach across.
Well, there you go.
It's just the little stuff that kind of
Yeah,
keeps
highly,
going, you know?
yeah, highly customizable. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, lots of questions here coming in. What are some options? So Jamie Stocks just joining us. What are options for small minimalist day packs? These come with the Baltoro and
Yeah, so the good segue right there.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Segway. Jamie, you're a Segway girl.
So each one of these Baltoro Divas, and now all of our backpacking products like the Zulu and Jade,
Yeah.
the ventilated packs, the larger sizes in those, and then all of our new packs that are coming out, they all come with what we call a sidekick day pack, and this bag doubles as your reservoir kind of sleeve,
Oh, gotcha.
and then you can also just remove it with two simple toggles, and it becomes your day pack for
There you
a
go.
little summit base. So you go out backpacking, you set up a little base camp, and then you just go on a day hike or something. This is the pack for that. If you're doing like a proper summit deal, and we've had guys, we just had one of our previous employees who just took off and went on an adventure for a whole year. He took one of these, and he's been like, you know, mountaineering with this thing. He put it on the back of a scooter
awesome.
in Southeast Asia and stuff. And
Nice.
so the multi-straps also work on these with a quick little loop, so you can create a hip belt on them and really strap them down if you wanted to take them on some sort of serious adventure.
Very
So,
cool.
Yeah.
And Susan Holt, she's the photographer. She was asking about the camera gear, and she says she owns the Diva, and that's where she's putting her camera gear. So it kind of just
Great,
reinforces,
That's where
you know, the theory there. So that's awesome. Man, you guys are firing them off. Make sure to share this video with any fellow experts or anybody that you could be helping find a pack. That would be awesome. Thank you for sharing. We're going to be on for just a couple more minutes. Want to show you the coolest thing that I think is here at the office. This is my personal favorite. Is the gear? What do you call it? The pack wall?
Yeah, it's our pack
It's our
wall.
pack
It's
wall.
kind of our library of
Yeah.
the stuff that we're currently building, and there's a lot of.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we got to go. But these are the packs that you could win. So watch for the survey after the video. I'll be posting the link.
Website, yeah.
And then we're going to walk over. I'll grab the camera, and we're going to walk over and check out this amazing pack wall. This is like a gear junkie's dream. Okay, and I also have to show, we're going to be giving away some awesome Experticity swag with the packs as well. So make sure to watch for the giveaway at the end. Okay, we're walking. I'm telling you, this office is just too cool. So before we go to the gear wall, I want to talk about this vintage pack.
Yeah,
What's the
this is-
story behind this thing? I'm actually going to pick it up here.
I'm sure there's a lot of stories behind that thing.
Yes.
So this is one of Wayne Gregory himself. Is one of his original designs. And to be honest, I don't know the name of the specific pack, but it's kind of the same deal here. So you can see where you've never quite lost our philosophy around carrying things right through the lumbar. This one has a center stay right here that you can remove and strip it down, and then it still directly transfers right down to the lumbar. So the same kind of philosophy is there throughout. But it's seen some miles. You can see some.
Okay,
duct
we
tape.
got to do a little zoom in here. Like, you got to see, like, the grommets. Like, this is awesome. A little duct tape action. I love it.
these pockets removed, you know, it's all sorts of stuff. And you can see just this fabric. It hasn't, you know, it's dirty, but it's perfectly fine. So,
Okay, I saw this and I was like, we've got to stop and look at this thing. So, original pack from Wayne Gregory.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, well, let's grab the camera. We got to see this amazing
wall,
gear
yeah.
wall.
Yeah, so we go around the corner here,
Okay.
and this is, you know, this
Okay,
is...
wait for it. Can I get a drum roll?
Try. This is the R&D section of things over here as well.
Sorry, this is just the coolest thing ever. Look at this.
Yeah, so if you look up here, this
Oh
is
my
kind of-
word.
Up here specifically is a library of all the day packs we've made since, you know, for the last 40 years. That's the original pack. And so we kind of keep one of all the colors we've done and all sorts of the crazy stuff we've done for that. And here's some more of that stuff. That's kind of original design thinking. And then all of these top rows is all kind of the production stuff you see that we're working on currently. And then some other secret stuff down here. So
Okay, so if you want your own pack wall, just comment below, and we're just going to ship you one of these walls with all these packs on it. So anyone can get one. Just I'm kidding. No, but I have to show you this. Just stick with me for a second. I got to grab the ladder.
oh, the library ladder.
The
Yeah.
library ladder. Oh jeez.
Oh, you can go
I'm gonna
hard.
be-
You can go hard on it. It's fun.
I'm gonna be the guy who pulls all the packs down. So you can just like this is like a gear expert's dream. Like, ah. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. So these are all the heritage packs.
Yeah, I mean we still are, you know, building them over with our worldwide, but these are like the same. It's the same design. For the last 40 years, we just keep updating some fabrics and stuff like that throughout. So.
Okay, but seriously, if you have a ladder for your gear wall, make sure to let us know in the comments below. And you have to show photos of your gear ladder. I don't know
Yeah.
anyone who has
If
a gear
somebody- if
ladder.
somebody
That's
can-
amazing.
I would really want to see somebody who can be this. So.
That's awesome. Well, huge thanks to Gregory for letting us be here again. You have a chance to win either a Baltoro pack or a Diva pack. You can one away to one lucky expert. Huge thanks to Matt.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, this has been an awesome live event. Make sure to join us for more of these. We're going to be doing more of these. Thanks for all your questions. I know we had a ton more come in. We'll make sure that Gregory can hop on and answer many more product questions.
Yeah.
There's definitely a ton pouring through. And we are not giving away one of these gear walls. That was my sarcasm. But watch for the survey at the end, and you'll be entered to win an awesome Gregory pack. And possibly some tacos.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
If you're lucky. That's we hang on to those here at Gregory.
They go quick, is what
awesome.
happens. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks again, and
Yeah.
thank you, experts, for joining. And we are tuning out. Thank you so much.